I really wish I could say that this was a joke, that this wasn't real, but unfortunately it is. Wonder Woman is no longer going to be using her sword in the movies because apparently it's too aggressive. Not only is she not going to be using her sword anymore, she's not going to be using her shield anymore. This is coming from the same studio that brought us Joker. Just pointing that out there. But let's go ahead and look into what Gal Gadot has to say about this in this article here. So Wonder Woman will stop using her phallic sword because it's too aggressive. I really hope she doesn't say that it's a phallic sword. I really hope that that's just the headline here. Actress Gal Gadot said recently that Wonder Woman, the iconic superheroine who punches, kicks, and otherwise bludgeons her foes, will no longer carry a sword because it's too aggressive. Okay. Gadot, who is set to reprise her role as the Amazonian warrior princess in the upcoming Wonder Woman 1984, made the remarks on Sunday while addressing media and fans at Comic-Con experience in Sao Paulo, Brazil. Wonder Woman does not carry a weapon. We had an intention to let go of the sword because there's something very aggressive with the sword, she said in footage of the event captured by Cinepop. If you have a sword, you need to use it, so we wanted to give that up and we didn't feel that the shield was necessary either. She's a goddess. She can fight, she's super strong, and she has the skills and the lasso. Now, the lasso looks like it's going to be pretty cool, not gonna lie. Like, everything that we saw in the trailer with the lasso looks awesome. But the sword and the shield are, like, iconic things that Wonder Woman uses. Like, I don't really understand why they're giving that up. Like, isn't that, like, part of the Wonder Woman character? Now, I don't really think that this is necessarily, a red flag for the movie. I don't necessarily think this is a concern, but I'm just like, why? Like, why? I mean, I guess the sword is more understandable, and I guess if they just went with the shield, then that'd be kind of like a Captain America type of thing. So I guess that makes sense, but at the same time, like, I hope this doesn't mean that we're never going to see her use her sword again. Like, what if she goes up against, like, you know, enemies or opponents who are super strong? Like, let's say that she goes up against I don't know, some form of Doomsday in the future, or Darkseid, or whatever. Like, is she just not going to use her sword because it's too aggressive? I really hope that isn't the case, and I'm glad that she doesn't say phallic in here. I think that's just the headline. I would deeply encourage every person who's in a violent relationship to reach out to help. She said no one deserves to be in such a situation. Let's see. Some of them might welcome her decision to relieve Wonder Woman of her phallic sword. Now, I don't understand why they keep on using phallic. I'm not... Oh. Okay, so it's not Wonder Woman using it. Let's see. Am I the only one bothered by the sword in the new Wonder Woman poster? Why does it look so phallic? Why is that all I can see? Tweeted one such user. Oh my gosh. Oh, these people are insane, man. These people are insane. So we just got to get rid of any object that is long and pointy. Is that where we're at now? Like, is that sexist now? Like, I don't know. Is this pen right here? Is this like a phallic object? You know, not my phallic object, I can tell you what. But I'm just like, are you kidding me? Saw someone complain about Wonder Woman using a sword because it's phallic. I'm blanket on the deadly weapon that's vaguely vagina shaped. Oh my gosh. Are you serious right now? Oh my gosh. People are so insane. I'm glad that this wasn't Gal Gadot saying this, because I would totally be taking back everything that I've ever said about Gal Gadot positively. I'm just kidding. But Wonder Woman is an ultra feminine peacemaker. A sword is a lethal phallic symbol. Why they don't go together is not complicated, said another. So basically a bunch of SJW freaks are upset with her using the sword because of the phallic object. Not so much because it's too aggressive. It's because it's phallic shaped. This is where we're at with the feminist movement right now. You can't use swords anymore because they are too phallic. Oh my, I can literally like physically feel my IQ just draining over these types of retarded comments. The original concept of one woman saw her hardly ever use a sword, preferring the pacifying power of the lasso. Yeah, but she's still using it aggressively, right? Like, isn't that the, like, in the trailer, we see her, like, you know, knock a bullet out of the chamber of a gun and then bash it at somebody. We see her kicking people and punching people. Like, like, I don't understand what the difference is here. Like, yeah, you can beat the crap out of somebody, but don't use a sword. You can use that lasso and wrap it around somebody and yank them over here, or, you know, punch this guy or whatever. That's fine. But don't even think about using a sword. No. Bad sword. There are gender issues here. The sword being a phallic symbol in fiction, with the lasso being more, well, yonic. And yes, that does make for an interesting rereading of such an original Western pulp literature. Oh my gosh. This is the most insane thing I've heard in a really long time. Holy crap. Wonder Woman creator William Moulton Marston's polygamous girlfriend Olive Byrne was the niece of Margaret Sanger, the founder of the movement. Okay, so let's talk about Planned Parenthood, which I don't want to get into that kind of discussion right now. Okay, wow, like, okay, so I really hope that this isn't them not using the sword because of the outrage of like 3 people, like these feminist types out there. I really hope that isn't the case. I don't know. I really hope this isn't I can't even express just how stupid this is, this entire thing. Now, if it really just goes as far as they don't want to use the sword because they want to use more of things like the lasso, because the sword is apparently too aggressive, even though she's beating the crap out of people at the same time, whatever, fine. I don't think that necessarily means that the story is going to be terrible. But at the same time, the context of this whole situation is really, really dumb. And I don't know. I just hope that we don't get to the point where Gal Gadot is saying that she isn't going to use a sword because it's a phallic-shaped object. It's just like, wow. I can't believe that's where we're at right now with feminism. But that's where we're at, people. That's where we're at. So, next thing you know, probably the Amazon Lord of the Rings series. No, there's not going to be any swords in there. You know, swords are bad swords, bad swords. Witcher, why is he using a sword in The Witcher? That is very offensive. Very, very offensive. I think that's kind of a sign of misogyny going on right there. Anyway, oh man, so stupid. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments below what you think. And I will talk to you all very soon in another video. Talk to you later. Bye.